Hey, how's it going everyone? I have another new product review today for you. This iPhone case was sent out to you by the amazing people over at Spigen. Huge thank you to them for sending this out for a review. It's a brand new Neo Hybrid for the iPhone SE, 5S, and iPhone 5. Now the unique thing about this heavy duty case compared to most is it features a dual layered construction for extra protection. So if you were to drop your phone with this case, it would have a greater amount of impact resistance. So let's take a look inside the packaging and see everything this iPhone case has to offer. Now I really like Spigen's new box design because it actually has a try tab, so that way you can get to your case a lot faster and more efficiently. It looks like inside we just get the case itself with some silica gel to protect it. Now taking a look around the case, you can see on the inside you have this spiderweb design. So now if you were to drop your phone with this case installed, it would dissipate the shock throughout the whole case instead of taking a direct impact, preserving your phone. On the left hand side, you see you have these metallized buttons for the volume up and volume down, as well as a pretty decent cutout for your silent switch. Over on the top, you have your lock button covered up as well, with not only a great amount of style, but also to make it easier to press down. Over on the back, you get this smooth matte finish, and if you look very closely, you can see you have these little raised edges. This is to create better grip when you're holding the phone, so that way it doesn't slip out of your hand. On the camera hole, you get a nice generous cutout for your camera and flash with a black ring around, so that way you get no washed out or flashback issues. And you have some nice company Spigen branding on the bottom. Individual ports, one for your lightning connector, headphone jack, as well as your mic and your speaker grill. Now this is a two-piece design as I mentioned before, but you don't have to separate the case to install the phone, which is very nice to have. Let's see what the case looks like with the phone already installed. Now the install is very simple. Just want to go over to your button side first. Once you have that all aligned, just go over to the other side and snap it right into place. Now taking a look around the phone, you'll see at the top you have a slight lip all the way around, so you should be able to place your phone face down, and you can rest at ease without it scratching the front of your phone. Looking at the buttons, you get very good satisfying tactile feedback, so you have no problem pressing that. Same with the volume buttons as well. Now for the silent switch, I thought it was a pretty big opening, but it's actually kind of narrow and a little bit hard to get your fingers in there. So that's one thing that could be a drawback to some users. But if you have smaller fingers, you should have no problem reaching the silent switch. Take a look at the bottom for your lightning port and your headphone jack. They are slightly recessed. So if you have thicker cables, they might not accommodate with this case. But if you're using standard Apple cables, you should have no problem with the Apple earbuds or the lightning connector. And that was my quick look at the iPhone SE Neo Hybrid case. Once again, huge shout out to Spigen for sending me out for a review. Overall, I really like the design and feel of the case, and it definitely does what it's intended to do, and that's just to protect your phone from major drops or daily usage. Now if you want to pick one of these up, I'll leave a link in the description down below. They currently retail for $29.99, which isn't a bad deal for all you get with this case. And if you liked the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more future videos like this. And as always, thanks so much for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.